first thing when it comes to the 70s and my artistic activist experience actually started in the art department. It was directly linked to Williamson Street because it was a show, a master's exhibition of Daniel Yopak, who was basically the grand patriarch of the Willy Street area in the 70s. He was the idea man. He was the person who supplied the space, and he had an incredible communal energy around him, about him, within him, that just brought people together. But starting at the beginning, at his master's show in the Humanities Building, on the 6th floor, there's a group of people, and I was one of them, and it turned out that he or somebody had put acid in the punch. And before then, I was basically never had a hallucinogen, was pretty protected in my lifestyle, even though I had gone through the 60s, and had no clue that this was happening, but found myself easily transitioned to a very outgoing place. Before this, I was extremely reserved, quite shy, and introverted, liked watching things, but found myself totally involved on an active level in this happening. People were just completely united in a spirit of joy and creativity and expression that was really, truly the mark of the 70s, in my opinion. So this is where it started, and then I ended up going also to graduate school in the university and moving in 72 to Williamson Street and putting myself right in the heart of the situation. And so after I got my MFA, Daniel, who is still the patriarch of Williamson Street art world, had opened up his space, a large space on Williamson Street, made it into a gallery, and had rooms upstairs where artists lived, and he also lived there. And there was a group of us that developed a movement called MAMA. And MAMA was basically a growth out of Dada. But theoretically, this MAMA movement was supposed to have much more nurturing energy around it. And the nurturing energy was there, but it wasn't exactly as a mother would do it. It was much more, primal, organic, immature, in terms of just incredible creative outbursts coming out of people that just would surface out of nowhere. Poets, visual artists, actors, musicians, people who just liked being around creativity, and we would have the most amazing events when it comes to coalescing as a group. We had art openings and basically actually had organized nonprofit status, had this Institute of Creative Art established so that we could actually get grants and try to do things as a mature organization, which we weren't and never really were, because everybody was just so creative and so independent, and there were just too many directions for it to last very long. But while it was in existence, it was just amazing. The art openings, for instance, in this building would be like sardines, and this was not a small gallery, it was a pretty large space. But it was so popular, people were so into it, it was like coming in and just hardly being able to move around, hardly seeing the art. It almost became, the art was almost secondary to this feeling, this energy, this aura that just was bursting out on an incredible level that everybody could sense and sort of get off on and then do their own work in their own individuated way. So that's in essence what I experienced the 70s in Williamson Street.